This is a homebrew podcast.
Welcome back to Mythcraft, the podcast, the ties that bind. Let's meet our gritty gangsters. Roger.
Geist. We're one step closer to revenge, Valor.
Maggie.
Nia Coraheen. You know, I've heard some people go on a honeymoon after their wedding. I wonder what that would be like.
Mal.
Orendo. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna fit in here. The doorways are really, really small.
Andy.
Nix, my arms are really tired.
And Alex.
Gregory Orso. I don't know how I got to this wake, but I'm happy to be here.
And I'm your MC, Nathan. Let's jump in. Last time on the Ties That Bind, Gregory spoke with his boss, Carlo Frangino. Then he went to Rhonda's Rendezvous and hung out with his sister and with Nix. Then the Cheeky Cobblers and the Coraheen family showed up to mourn the death of Nikki. They started planning their revenge. They recruited Nix and Gregory. They also recruited Geist, along with a new bodyguard named Rendo. After a night of mourning and of imbibing, the crew disperses back to their typical daily fare, and we will follow Geist back to the Whispering Winds. So, Roger, will you set the scene for us as Geist is unlocking shop and setting up for the day? What would we see?
A fairly typical day for Geist, waking up in his apartment, little flat above the store. Not much of a morning routine. It's usually freshen up out of bed, come right downstairs. The only thing that is unique, occasionally we get some new shipments in. We've got a couple of new items that have just arrived to the store. Sometimes they are donated, sometimes they are acquired through various means, collaborations, connections, found. Sometimes things fall off the back of a truck. Today's one of those days. A few new items that he's putting proudly on display. They tend to be the things that patrons are interested in. Before actually opening the store, there's a little bit of work that needs to be done in the alleyway off to the side. There's a chamber pot that he keeps in the alley next to his building. He needs to go make a couple of adjustments just to ensure that the appropriate message is being sent to the gentleman brigands as to some of the most recent information that has been acquired from recent missions, recent updates. Coming back inside through the back door in the alley, making sure that everything looks cluttered yet clean. There's organization to this madness, but if you want to search through this store, you have to intentionally weave your ways in and out through. That way you see everything. Very similarly, whenever you're at a checkout line at like a Marshall's, that's the energy that Geist is going through. You had to purchase the knickknacks on your way.
Right. Briefly, what adjustments do you make to your chamber pot?
You don't have these memorized, Roger?
Once again, roll for chamber pot.
Yeah, it'd be so much easier.
We do an NPC generator for the chamber pot?
No, I am the NPC generator for the chamber pot. Beautiful. So specifically thinking about the chamber pot, he's going to swap it out. There is now going to be a pewter chamber pot that is located in the alleyway. And he's going to go back to one of his raised little garden beds, and he's going to pull out some of the weeds from there. And I'm going to place the weeds into the pewter chamber pot, nestle it tucked away, so it is visible, but seems to fit in with any of the other trash or detritus of the alley.
Perfect. Noted. Now, as you go about opening your store, tidying stuff up, once business hours commence and the front is unlocked, it is a weekday, so you're going to get a decent amount of foot traffic. Most days you get a handful of people that come through just to window shop. Usually they'll buy something for a couple silver coins, nothing fancy, none of your more like high-end stuff. And the first person who comes in would be a gentleman. He's a fiend blood, very clearly. He looks human, except that his skin is like Lego figure yellow. And he has like a Darth Maul style crown of horns on his head that are kind of growing out of otherwise a very nice, like smooth comb over. He's put together in a two-tone business suit. He's got a briefcase in hand, and it looks like he's just wanting to do some window browsing on his way to or from whatever business arrangements he has going on in the day.
Oh, good morning. Welcome to the Whispering Winds. We have some new items on display. If you're interested, I'd be more than happy to tell you about some of the newest arrivals that we have.
Good morning to you as well. Please do. What new wares do you have?
I pull out a small tray, almost like a serving platter, that's got a couple of items on there, and I begin to point at them from left to right. Well, starting here at the left, we call this bandolier of binding. Moving on, this is what is known as a captcha contraption. Here, this is the sphere of soulmates. This box, this is the lever of life. And finally, this prime ring. This is what's known as a time twister. Any of these catching your eye? Something you'd like to learn more about?
The lever of what now?
No, the lever of life seems to have caught your interest.
The
Here,
lever of life, yes. Tell me more.
would you like to pull it?
What will it do to me?
Well, they say that when you pull this lever, someone dies somewhere across the world.
His hand, which was on the lever, just slowly detaches and he withdraws. I'm good for now. Thank you.
Well, then again, it's never been validated. It's hard to say if it's actually accurate.
It would be hard to tell. They say someone dies every few seconds, so coincidentally, I imagine that this would be true.
I guess it depends on perspective. Maybe it's a good conversation starter at your next dinner party?
Fair enough. Could see how eager people are to use it if I pass it around. I'm really more in the market for books, something for like a coffee table piece, jokes, fun facts. That's more what I was
Jokes.
looking for.
Jokes, fun facts. Interesting. Let me ask you a couple of questions to see if I can get the lay of the land to give you a prime recommendation. When you say jokes, can you give me an example of one? I want to see if I can assess your humor.
It will take me quite some time to think of jokes, hence my desire to find a book filled with them. I will
Say no
tell you
more.
a story of back when I was in primary school, and it was
Quite a
time.
ways back. Let's go.
I mean, not that far back. Surely I did. He like checks. I haven't gone gray, have I? Regardless, in the spring dance, I was very excited to give my girlfriend a night to remember. So I went to the boutique and I got a bouquet of roses. And he's going to go on for a while. He's going to tell a lengthy story that ends in an underwhelming punchline. Just one of those that goes on for an unnecessarily long amount of time.
You know what? I think that story has told me everything I need to know. Here, follow me. This. Yes, this book's specifically this book. And I hand him a book that's titled Rudimentary Rabble-Rousing Jokes of All Sizes for the Beginning Comedian.
This looks like exactly what I was looking for. Very promising. Thank you. If you don't mind, I will do a little bit of perusing before I check out.
Please help yourself.
And at this point, another customer would come into the store. And I want to punt this to Maggie. Back at the wedding, there was a brief conversation about Geist having something for Nia to pick up. Unless either of you significantly disagree, I think it would make sense for Rendo to be in tow as well, as the new, hired security.
Of course.
Yeah, so both of you can make your entrance at this point.
Welcome to the... Aha! Nia, Rendo. Welcome. Come in.
Morning, Mr. Geist.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you? Oh, Rendo, how's the new job treating you, Rendo? He smiles at Nia when he asks that.
Lots of small doorways. Still getting used to it.
He's doing well. He really is doing quite well.
Well, Nia, are you here to peruse, or are you here to pick up your special order?
I didn't want to be presumptuous, but I did remember you saying that there was something, and I could use a bit of a pick-me-up with all that's been going on, Mr. Geist.
Well, I don't know if this is what they would call a pick-me-up, per se, but I think it is exactly what you've been looking for. And there's a very intentional, nod as he reaches down below the counter, and there is a small parcel that is wrapped in cloth and kind of tied up with a little bit of bindings, and it kind of slides the package your direction across there.
Is this something that I should maybe wait until later when I'm in a more private setting to open, Mr. Geist?
Feel free to open now if you wish. I do not think anybody else will understand the nuance that is within that text.
So she's gonna not try to make a big scene about it, but just act like she's opening something that she's been expecting, surely.
Yeah.
He placed an order for me, anybody who's watching, and just open it up. But kind of like in a way where you're like trying to still sort of hide it, like kind of keep in the little bowl of tissue or whatever, as it were. So she's just kind of peeking at it. What's in the box?
What's in the box? They're in the box. In the little bag you got there, there's a book. It's kind of like a deep purple with a little bit of silver embossed letters. And the title of this book is Diaspora of Death, an unofficial account of unnatural accidents.
Oh, this is going to be a delight, Mr. Geist. You tried not to oversell it, but you did well. You did well, sir. And she's going to start to wrap it up again very, very carefully. Put a little tie back around.
It took me some time to find this text. Let's just say there are some very interesting families named in this text going back quite a few generations.
I'm very excited to see that. You know how... And she's going to kind of like remember that Rindo is right there also. And just, how interested in genealogy and the study of ancestry I am, Mr. Geist. And so this is going to just be such good research for me just to supplement. I can't thank you enough. Do I owe you anything for a shipping fee or anything like that?
Absolutely not. It was a
You're
pleasure
too
finding this text.
kind.
You could even say that I really enjoyed it. The individuals that I came face to face with. I enjoyed finding this book from them. With them.
That's wonderful.
Excuse me, Geist was it? And the Fiend Blood will come back up to the front counter.
Oh, yes, of course. How can I help you? Apologies, Nia. I'll be with you in one moment.
Of course.
I apologize to interrupt, but I was wondering, are there any other wares, or just this ground floor selection?
Primarily here on the ground floor. If you're looking for anything special order, I'd be more than happy to put in a request, see if I can get my suppliers to get anything unique that you might be looking for.
I may add that, but for now, just this joke book.
Oh, beautiful. Let's see. Is this your first time shopping with us?
It is, yes. Kinnick Dusk is the name. He'll pop open his
Beautiful.
briefcase and pull out a little stack of silver coins.
Nia would notice that Geist is going and pulling a small book out from beneath the counter, opening it up, flipping it around. Here. It's first time shopping in our establishment. Please, feel free, put down your information. This way I can keep you in if there's any type of messages or things that I could, we'd like to keep track of our customer base and celebrate them for certain purchases. And he's asking him to essentially sign up for his email list.
Yeah. Kinnick will do so.
What's an email?
Oh, just wait, your kids are going to love it. After he signs there, he's going to take the book, he's going to flip it around, and it had said that it was going to be 4 silver coins. First time shopping, here. We'll call it 2 silver coins and a promise to return. How does that sound?
Sounds more than reasonable. I appreciate that. He'll put his book in the briefcase, clasp it back up, and take his leave. There have been other window shoppers kind of milling about the shop as you've been speaking with Nia.
Do I recognize any of them, or they all look fairly unassuming new clientele?
So one of them certainly doesn't look unassuming. You would see a very tall trollkin who's hunched over a little bit, leaning on a cane, it looks like, with a severe underbite, broken tusk-like tooth, and beady yellow eyes. He's got a heavy black trench coat over a nice 3-piece suit. And he seems to be kind of eyeing you and sizing up the people that you're speaking with. So he's not particularly unassuming, but the other person in the shop right now is a halfling who's wearing the Dirge Police Department dark kind of slate blue-gray uniform. And he's got a couple boxes that he's been juggling, and it looks like he's just waiting to come up and speak to you.
Oh, of course. I think having just concluded one sale, Gaius is going to very kindly hold his finger up to both Nia and Rindo here. Apologies, 1 second. Everyone, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate. come talk to me. More than happy to assist you with any of your purchases, or if you have any special orders, I'd be more than happy to put in a request.
Yeah, the halfling cop will hurry up and set his boxes on your counter. I was actually wondering, do you do consignment programs?
Consignment, what do we have here? What do we have here in this box? Let's take a look together.
So my uncle recently had to flee the country because of criminal activity that he was involved in.
Sure, of course, yes. I don't need to know the specifics.
Which I don't approve of, being a cop.
Right.
But he left me his entire Source cards collection. I don't play Source. I don't have time to play Source. There's so many of these cards. I think some of them might be valuable. I really just need them off my hands.
Geist is really trying to play it cool here because in his youth he was an avid Source card player. Right. I'd have to bring someone in here to evaluate these. It'd be really challenging to get a good estimate on their value or their worth. What are you looking to get out of them today, or do you want to put them on consignments? How would you like to proceed?
Consignment would be terrific. I really am just looking for somewhere to, frankly, to offload them. And if you happen to sell them and make some profit, then that's wonderful.
Yeah, well, who am I to ask questions about how or where or why these are here? Gladly. I'd be more than happy to take these off your hands.
Perfect. I'll be right back. And so he leaves you with those 2 boxes, and then you hear an automobile backing up.
Yep.
How much does he have?
And imagine one of those old-timey, like early pickups. Like it's kind of a Model T on the front and then kind of a wooden flatbed. And there's crates of these boxes that he starts bringing in.
Right. I know I had said that I wasn't in the business of asking questions. Sir, I immediately regret this. But I'm a man of my word. Bring them in. I'll find room for them.
I appreciate that very much. You're in the business of, or if you're curious about questions, I mean, my uncle left town because of the McTavishes, but I can't prove it, so they got away with it for now. Hopefully I can get him back into the country. But, I mean, he hasn't played for many years, so I think that they'll find a better home here.
Certainly. I can assure you they will find a better home here at this establishment.
This is going on in the background for some time amid the other conversations.
Jesus. While they're unpacking or unloading, I think that Geist would still have that silver tray up on top, like eagerly on display so people can ask questions about it. Like he wants other passerbys, that he wants folks to peruse his newest highlighted wares.
On the shelf that Rendo is standing in front of, is this a small plant?
It is a small plant, yes.
Rendo would be trying to find something to do and not trying to be obvious about how he's following Nia, still that awkward, like how far is too far, how close is too close. So he's trying to busy himself while still trying to keep an eye on her. And while we were standing over by that shelf, he was playing just absentmindedly with the plant a little bit and accidentally breaks off a small piece of it and does not know what to do. So he sticks it in his pocket and turns around and panics because Nia is no longer standing right next to him.
Rendo, as you break off that piece of the plant, it would look like the plant begins to sweat. If the plant could be nervous, it looks like it is nervously sweating, and you would notice that there's a small plaque beneath it, and it's called a plant of mirroring, and it mirrors the emotions and the feelings and the energy of the owner.
Oh no. Second official day on the job is going super well. He is gonna walk back past the counter, nod, sort of awkwardly smile to Geist as he walks by, and then squeeze past this orc gentleman and just look for Nia. Might not even notice that he's walked right past her.
Oh yeah, Nia's in like full little kid at the Marshalls mode. Like she's just, Mom's not paying attention. I'm gonna go do whatever I want. And so she is just like looking through all of the stuff, has no intention of buying anything. She really did just come here to pick up something for today, but has taken on a new sense of joy in her life of like, I'm gonna have to have this person follow me around. bless their heart, I'm going to kind of drive them a little crazy. I don't want to make them quit, but if Rindo quits, you know, it happens. It happens. I don't know what to tell you, Mom. Just couldn't do the job. But so far, he's been too good. He's been hello.
Nia, hi.
My dear.
You shopping?
I was just taking in some wares before I said goodbye to Mr. Geis, for I'm done. Why is there a twig in your pocket?
No, what? Oh, I don't know how that got there. Definitely not from in here.
Did you buy something? That seems kind of odd to
The
have put
twig
it in
is
your...
sweating profusely.
I'm very worried about... I think you should probably put that in a bag or something, though, Rindo. That's going to get all over your pocket. Here, let me get... Mr. Geist.
Pocket is just getting wet.
Mr. Geist.
No, it's
yes,
fine.
what seems to be the problem?
Do you have maybe a little satchel or something that dear Rindo could put whatever this peculiar plant is you've sold him in his pocket here?
That looks like a sprig of the plant of mirroring. How did that get in your pocket, Rindo?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Definitely haven't been touching no things. Told me not to touch things in your shop, sir. I haven't.
His pocket is starting to soak through. It's going to ruin his suit. Whatever the case may be, we need to put something around it.
Well, this will be challenging because I only have paper sacks and it's going to sweat right through there.
We'll have to make it do for now. And she's going to just
Here, I'll double bag it. Come here.
Walks up with his head down a little bit. Hands over the broken piece of plant.
I don't want to touch it. You can put it in here. And then double bags it for you.
Do we owe you anything for the plant, Mr. Geist?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Very good. Is there anything we need to do to take special care of the plant and repotting it or planting it?
Deep breathing exercises. Calm yourself is the advice that I'd give.
Perfect. I'm glad to know. I think I might be taking my leave now, unless there was anything else you were shopping for, Rindo.
No, not particularly. Still, working on my letters myself, so not much in here that can be of use to me at the moment.
Very good. Very good. She's going to realize that this Trollkin fellow is hovering very close and start, hello, friend.
Hello.
Well then, Mr. Geist, you have a lovely
A pleasure.
day.
As always, I'm sure I'll see you soon enough. Here. And turns over to the Trollkin. How may I help you?
So the Trollkin, again, he's wearing this heavy trench coat. Underneath, there's a very well-fitted three-piece pinstripe suit, and he's wearing a matching pinstripe fedora. And he's going to reach a heavy hand up and tip his fedora. And he's going to say, "A pleasure to see you on this fine day.
The pleasure is all mine, to be sure.
The pleasure is all yours. Spare me a pinch, will you not?"
Well, if you insist.
He kind of glances about the room and then says, "Oh, it's very difficult to hold that accent continually, and it's even more difficult to talk around these fake tusks. I don't know how the actual Trollkin do it on a daily basis."
I think Geist is trying to very casually gesture back behind and to the right because it looks like another individual has come into the store, and he just wants to make sure that his confidant is fully aware that we're not alone at this moment.
Right. Anyway, the asset has determined much valuable information, and you did an admirable job at. I hope you also had a splendid time of festivities this past weekend.
Ah, yes, of course. It was enjoyable, to say the least. Here, I think there was something else that you had requested. I don't quite have it here. Let me go grab this for you. I know you had ordered something last week. And I'm going to go run around the store and just very, haphazardly grab some items to try to give a very, secretive coded message. And I'm going to get a map of the city. And I'm going to find one of my texts and one of my books on the occult, on cult organizations. And I'm going to lay the map down on the counter. And I'm just going to place the book atop so that it looks like one of the edges of the book is pointing directly here to Greenbanks. And I'm just going to tap my finger over, in that specific area
Mhm.
in an attempt to convey the message that I was also sending with the chamber pot.
Jacques nods, for of course this is he, and
Of course.
he says, "This is wonderful to know. I look forward to reading more. Thank you for picking all of this up for me. A little something for you as well. A letter from a friend." And he pulls a sealed envelope out from inside his coat pocket and just slips it to you.
Well, I'll be sure to review this later. Thank you again for your patronage, for continuing to visit the Whispering Winds. And when I get the next edition of this tome, I will be sure to put it on reserve for you.
Appreciated as always, Geist. And Jacques will take his leave. Now, I gave you a handout that you should have access to now in the journal tab.
Nathan actually mailed it to you and secretly told your
Right, I
wife.
actually mailed it
Slipped
to
under the
you.
door.
He mailed a chamber pot to your house, and if you check inside,
That's funny. Let me go inside real quick. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back.
All right. Let me know if the PDF load function doesn't work.
I mean, it works, but I also think that I'm going mad looking at it.
Yeah, have fun with that. We'll touch base later. The last customer I want to hone in on before zooming out for the rest of the day is a Hondu who is dressed similarly to the costume that your friend Jacques was wearing. This Hondu lady is she's got the features of an albino husky with the brown eye, blue eye dichromia common to huskies. And she's wearing a trench coat, she's wearing a business suit, and she opens her trench coat just enough for you to see that there's also a holstered pistol. And she will walk up, set down a roll of coins, and say, "A donation for a splendid shop owner, courtesy of the McDoverns." And then she'll nod and take her leave.
As she's leaving, thank you for your patronage and for this donation. I'll be sure it's put to good use.
Beautiful. Any final notes from Geist managing the Whispering Winds over the course of this afternoon before we transition to the next scene?
I really just thought I'd have more takers on these highlighted items sitting atop my counter. I'm truly surprised nobody else was interested in the Bandolier of Binding, the Capture Contraption, nor the Sphere of Soulmates, or even the Time Twister. I'll have to put it on display tomorrow, it seems.
So it seems. Now, last note is you're a trader. You have the trader profession, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll have you go ahead and do your weekly profession bonus that you get for engaging in trade. So I believe at rank 1 is going to be 2d10 plus 20 silver coins to represent the week's buying and selling.
Comes up to 34.
All right, perfect. So you make some money over the week, represented specifically in this day, this morning of trade with these individuals, especially the source cards. There's some rare foils in there.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Geist is not going to be looking through those tonight and putting a few in reserve for himself.
Right. You know, I think one that Geist would particularly like is a foil print of a legendary figure named Curious Mara.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. I likely think that Geist probably has somewhat aggrandized text of historical, fantastical figures, and probably has a couple of earmarked pages and slips the card into one of those areas of the book of those specific characters from those stories.
Nice. Well, later in the evening, as was established last night, you are all expected to reconvene in Ronde's Rendezvous and speak again with the Truby family, with the cobblers. Would any of you try not to do that? Or are all of you kind of on board to see this through with them?
I don't feel like I have a choice.
it's my job to be on board. So
Yeah, I'm with the hubs regardless, so.
It's literally downstairs from my room.
I'm torn.
I'd be here even if I didn't want to.
I literally live here.
Yeah, I'd be there. Gregory's feeling like he's in better graces now. He was feeling pretty uneasy, but after last night he's feeling a little bit more at ease about everything that had happened at the wedding. So yeah, he would
Well,
show up.
as everyone gathers, Pete would speak conspiratorially with Madame Deanne for a brief moment, just to ensure that you all are not interrupted if you take the same upstairs venue that you did on the previous night. So you've got the area to yourself for a short time.
Do I have to move all the spears back?
Because it's funny, yes. And Pete would gather everyone around and say, all right, so with the information that we gathered, I had my mom and the Cordehin brothers scouting the neighborhoods, checking in on information from a variety of sources. And we've gotten a little bit of a picture. It seems that Molitor is on the move. That's not terribly surprising to us, given everything that has happened. So we expect to see them more frequently and in more aggressive capacity for some time. Now, obviously, this doesn't bode well for us. They are a larger, better resourced, more powerful group than us by the raw numbers, as far as we know, with the information that we have anyway. So we're going to need more weapons, we're going to need more resources, we're going to need more territory, we're going to need more alliances. Gonna need more and more, a lot of stuff we don't have. What I am going to request of you all is each of you, I see in each of you different personality traits that cohesively could make a compelling negotiation party. Obviously, Nia, you are the prize daughter of your family. Nothing against any of your brothers, but I think that they would all agree that you are the poster child of the Cordehin family. In the corner, all of your brothers are nodding. They're like your hype squad. And Gregory, your journalistic skills are no doubt going to benefit any negotiations that might happen. I assume that you have an eye and an ear for detail, which no doubt will be useful.
Gives an affirmative nod.
Nira, in my brief interactions with you, there's something about you. It's a, for lack of a better word, I suppose, a savoir-faire that just makes me feel a little bit more at ease. It's like there's something of an empathetic air about you just from your presence, which of course is valuable in smoothing over any terse negotiation. Rindo, of course, you can keep an eye on everyone, keep people safe, that's what you do. And Geist, you have a head for numbers, for skillful trade, for beneficial things to offer and to receive in these discussions. That being the case, my request to you all, and of course I am open to other ideas and strategies as we discuss this, but my request to you all is that you travel south tonight and find the ingots and strike a bargain with them. We have had our differences in the past. We have shed one another's blood in the past. It has been several months since there have been any issues. Hopefully that is enough time that they will, as I am, they will set aside the past, look at the bigger threat to both of us, which of course is Molitor, and secure their alliance.
I'm sorry, you want us to do that?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking.
Do the Inks know to be expecting us, or will they be taken by surprise?
They will be taken by surprise. Make your appearance well known and well anticipated, otherwise they may open fire.
Gregor will grab Nyx's leg and grab tight like a, oh my god, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Make ourselves well. It will be fine. It'll be fine. I met one of them yesterday. They were wonderful. She had a real interesting hairdo going on. Do you know any of the names? Just so we have we're here to talk to Jose.
Dural, if you can. Dawn Dural would be the one to go to. Though, of course, accept an intermediary if the Dawn believes himself above such discussions or otherwise
the Dawn,
unavailable.
not Dawn as in D-A-W, and Dawn as in D-O-N.
As in the Dawn, yes.
Quite the title.
Blackstone, Dural Blackstone.
There's more to the name. Okay.
Dawn Dural Blackstone.
Yes, anything
John
else?
Jacob Jingleheimer Smith.
His name is my name too, you know.
Gregory, are you writing this down? Because I won't remember.
He's been so baffled by everything that's going on. He did not even think about writing anything down. He's just kind of a light sweat. It's like not even a light sweat. His skin is just starting to get dewy. He's getting a little nervous in the room, but trying not to let it show. Yeah, I got it. Yep.
There's a paper bag in Rendo's pocket that is sweating profusely.
No. So I've never done this before. Should I bring my weapon, or is that a no? I'm just trying to figure out how to prepare myself.
How much of a target do you want to be?
What kind of target are we? I've never done this before, and I don't know.
If you come
I mean, are you
And-
talking like a knife,
Yeah.
Nix?
Pardon
me,
anything? You called me Nix. Oh, we're getting places. Sorry, I won't joke with you. You look so serious. I'm sorry.
You prefer the
Any-
name Nix?
I don't prefer anything. It's whatever you want, really. Knife, gun. I don't want to mess this up.
Don't take anything
I'm
with
going
you.
to guess from Nia, don't bring a gun. Okay.
Don't. No, you can bring a gun. Just make sure it's one
Okay,
that
bring
you
a gun.
can conceal well enough. They don't need to know they have a gun on you. Is all I'm
would-
asking.
Be wise not to show force with the ingots, but you also should not be unprotected because the streets are dangerous and Molitor is on the move.
Yes, they are.
So bring the gun. Okay.
Yes, but like a small gun if you have one.
Yeah.
Do you have like a little thigh holster or something you could use?
I think I have one at my store if you need one.
Well, we're not at your store.
It's fine. It's fine. Nia's gonna look in her coat. She's got an extra one. She always carries a spare just in case hers breaks. Here.
I keep that thing on me.
Yeah. It's casual.
I want to know how.
You can
I want to know
borrow
if it
mine.
fits.
It might be a calf one on her, but it'll get the job done.
It'll be great. We'll look for Dawn, not Dawn, Dawn, the Dawn, and
The
The
Dawn.
Dawn. Yes.
and
It's like
bring
Tyson.
weapons, but hide them and
Correct.
make friends.
Precisely.
Are you going to be all right? Does she need a shot before we walk out the door? I'm a little bit nervous about how she's going to fare the walk over, frankly.
Yes, yes, she does.
What?
Yep. Let's get shots. Gregory
good
needs a
friend.
shot.
He's a good friend.
Oi, now you're talking. Bill comes out from behind the bar with.
Has Bill left
Bill
behind
stands
the bar?
up from below the bar.
Right.
Waking up.
Bill reemerges.
he slept on the
after
floor
sleeping
last
off
night.
Yes.
He's just waking up.
He's just waking up. Yep.
Shots was the magic word.
Gregory, you were writing down what we needed to remember as far as that person's name, correct?
Got it right here. It's very badly scribbled.
And you wrote it in a book that wouldn't at some point maybe come back to hurt you in your daily endeavors. I ask you this in a friendly sense.
Of course not. Fresh notebook. He keeps those things on him at his desk and at his
I
home.
like
He's got
it.
just like stacks of notebooks.
I like a person prepared, clearly. And she points at Nix's calf with the belt on it now.
It's cutting off blood circulation right now.
It's going to be an anklet by the time she gets there. Oh, no. It's too small. It's too small.
Her foot is just turning like another shade of purple.
Thanks. I love it.
So Sheldon looks pretty unhappy with this plan. Look, Pete, we just lost Nikki. I'm not comfortable sending. Can I go with him? I don't want to be away from Nia. If none of you say anything, Pete will just shake his head and he says, Sheldon, I have other matters I need you to attend to tonight.
Rendo takes a step forward. Nia will be perfectly safe.
Of course I will. I would have been safe without this slug with me. She's going to walk over to Sheldon and she's just going to say, look, you need to do whatever it is your brother is going to take care of. Don't worry about us. This is something that you would send the lads to, really. I'm sure this is not going to be a problem. We'll be fine. And she's just going to give him this is so odd, the height difference. She's going to give him a little tug so that she can get him back on the sheet. It'll be fine. And she's going to lean over and whisper in his ear, just don't do anything stupid because you're missing your friend. Promise me that.
I won't do anything stupid, just make me the same promise. Keep your lifeline on you too. I mean, those
Of
things will
course.
come in handy, I think. This boat's safe.
Absolutely.
Can I get an intuiting roll on Pete for whenever he said that line to Sheldon of, I've got something for you to do tonight? I'm trying to get a read if there's like a level of stress or worry or concern. Like, how serious does that seem, like the job that he has for him?
Yeah. Any of you can do that for different aspects of the conversation if you want to. So specifically for you, Geist, with the job that Sheldon allegedly has tonight.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. There's something in Pete's voice that does suggest ulterior motive.
Gotcha.
I think
All right.
Nyx is going to do an intuiting roll for a similar reason. Less about the Sheldon interaction and more about his intention with sending this crew who Nyx thinks is not correct.
Mhm.
Nope, that's a 2. And I'm not going to send my luck point on this because it fits.
But you do have
you
one.
You do have a luck point. Having
It is
not
known.
spent it, you believe that he is being truthful.
Of course, it's Pete.
I'm gonna do the same check for the same reasons. Because once I heard like all this stuff with the guns and I grabbed Nyx's
Uh-huh.
leg, I was like, 14 for intuiting.
I mean, he gave his reasoning for each of you. His reasoning seems sound. You've got the negotiator, you've got the accountant in Geist to kind of check the numbers, you've got the diplomat in Nyx, you've got the protection, you've got the scribe to make sure everything is in order. Like, he gave good reasons to bring all of you together. That's really all
Chalk
that
it
you're
up to
getting.
nerves.
Yeah. All of you would know that Pete is famously hard to read. So intuiting checks against him are like, you've got to roll really high if you want more than what's on
One
the 10.
day I will break this man.
Mhm.
Right, well, I'm going to go get my gun and pants, I guess, that cover this gun. I think I own those. And maybe regular shoes if I can find some.
How are we looking on those shots?
Oh, yeah. Bill is lining them up and passing them out. He'll give 2 or 3 to anyone who asks. He's not keeping track.
He never does.
Nyx will not take any. She'll run away and go get her stuff upstairs.
Nyx, before you run off, a quick question. Do you have a private room where I could take a moment to collect myself before we head out?
That's where I just said I was going.
Well, I wasn't trying to be presumptuous that I was coming with you to your private room.
I mean, you just asked if I had. Fine, just come with me. I'll grab my shit and you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. She'd go upstairs to where her bedroom is.
He just like slowly saunters after.
And if you were curious, you would see her bedroom is just a tiny little room in the corner of this building. And it's basically just one bed by a big window. And it's a gorgeous window, but it just looks at a brick wall. And the rest of the room is just books. Books and shelves, books stacked up, books upon books on the floor. I'll grab my stuff. You can use this if you want to, I guess. And she'll just start like trying to find her gun because she hasn't used it in a very, very long time. So it's probably under a stack of books or a blanket somewhere. And then eventually she'll grab her couple of things and a pair of pants and just look at Geist and she'll be like, just go outside for a moment, will you?
Of course. Sorry. Apologies. And he like kind of awkwardly and embarrassingly goes back outside.
So she'll get changed and she'll grab all her shit and she'll open the door and she'll be like, it's yours. Just, I mean, there's nothing valuable in there for you to take, so just do whatever you want. Why do you need my room?
He's pulling out from one of his like interior pockets of his jacket what looks to just be like a small half-burned candle.
Is that going to smell? Is it going to get into the books?
Well, I mean, it's scented, if anything, but it should be a pleasant addition. I apologize. I don't think it's going to cause any lasting damage to your books.
What does it smell like? It's just
Teakwood.
fine. We don't have the time. It's fine. You're weird.
I'm gonna walk over to the window that looks to a brick wall, and I'm gonna light my teakwood candle, and I'd like to quickly do my shadow armor ritual before we leave this place.
Perfect.
Would you have made sure that Nyx left and or the door was shut?
I think there would have been a moment where it closes, If you were waiting outside the door, you would hear footsteps coming to the door as if somebody was putting their ear up against it to check and see if there was still somebody out there.
Oh, she would still be there.
He would still do it.
What would Nyx hear, if anything? What does this process look like for Geist? And then what does it sound or smell like?
Well, it is a teakwood candle, so it smells of teakwood. But there would be some light chanting, but it would sound as if there are two voices chanting simultaneously in harmony from inside the room.
She would wait there until you were done.
Sweet. He'd come out and he would look no different whatsoever. Apologies for that. You can call it a ritual of sorts. I don't like to go into places that I'm not used to without preparing myself.
She just
mentally.
pushes past you and checks her books.
Make a luck check.
Oh no!
You're convinced they smell just a little bit of teakwood.
You have quite the collection here.
She just puts one down, so sad. Okay, it's okay. I'm glad that you were able to do whatever that was that you needed to do.
You have a remarkably cozy abode. You've done quite a bit with the place. Where did you get all these books from?
I stole a lot of them. Some of them came from my parents. Some of them I actually bought.
A lot of the materials I sell in my store are acquired through various nefarious
Why
means.
do you want me to go to your store? This is like the second time already in the last 20 minutes.
Between you and I don't think I ever would have said something about it, besides how you reacted the first time. Now I'm just trying to get a reaction out of you.
Oh my god. And we have to work together today? Okay.
We get to work together
We
today,
have
I believe is
to
what you
work
meant to say.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant to say. I apologize, Mr. Geist. It's a pleasure to work with you in this moment. Thank you for taking such good care of my books in my room.
Mr. Geist was my father. You can just call me Geist. Let's go.
Of course, Mr. Geist.
All right, and as you all make your way out onto the streets and begin making your way south towards the neighborhood of Ash Stacks, where, you know, the ingots often can be found, I'd like to establish a marching order. Who is in the front of the party? Who's like looking for threats? Who's looking for potential allies? Who's looking for other cues or signs on the side of the road or other indicators of what's been going on in the city?
I mean, I have so many things that can do so many of those things.
Unless somebody stops Nyx, she'll be walking right in front of the group.
Does she know where we're headed?
That's a question that I don't have an answer to.
No, listen, I appreciate how,
So,
she is.
So is that a no?
She's very, clearly very, excited. And, I appreciate your chutzpah, but, you should probably know which direction we're headed or where we're going exactly. Or some sort of plan.
I would like you all to know I specifically wrote in Nyx's description, she has a very bad sense of direction.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Perfect.
All the while, though, Nathan, she will be looking for... I mean, you said the ingots frequented Rhonda's, so it would make sense that Nyx would know some of them from just dancing and working.
Mhm.
So she would specifically be just looking out for familiar faces that she has seen.
Does anyone else have a strong preference about where they're placed in the group, or are you just all kind of a happy party walking down the street?
I
Gregor will be
Geist
near the
actually-
back trying to get... Ooh. Gregor's going to be near the back trying to get Nyx to, get towards the back with him.
Okay.
What?
Every moment he can get, he'll be like, come here.
It's fine. I know where I'm going. Okay, fine.
You never have before.
That was mean.
You turn around and see you're right in front of the river.
This is right?
The GPS said to turn here, go into the river.
Now, hold up your fingers. You see the one that says L?
I can make them both L's. It doesn't make any sense.
Now. All right. I don't know how to help you, Nyx.
I follow Mr. Geist. He ruined my books today. I'm super mad at him.
Ruined your books.
Rendo's more inclined to hang out in the back, but will fill in sort of wherever there seems to be an empty space. He's on the taller side of the party, I believe, so he can comfortably try to keep an eye on folks. He'll be looking for trying to stay alert for any potential threats or people whose gazes might be lingering uncomfortably long on our party while we're walking.
Perfect. So as you walk through the streets of Dirge, as you're moving from Greenbanks down into Ash Stacks, you would all gradually take note of the thicker fog that is just a result of the giant factories that spew smoke and particulate matter into the air. Everything is a little bit hazier. All of Dirge has a haze to it, right? It's got like that early industrial smog, especially Ash Stacks. So you're all taking note of that to various levels of comfort or annoyance as you move into this neighborhood. The streets at this time of night are increasingly unpopulated. After 20 minutes of walking, it's just you and the street lights spaced periodically. And as you've been walking, I think a few of you would probably notice some of the specific debris that is spaced throughout the city. There are, of course, chamber pots in some alleyways. There are what look like bullet holes perforating certain walls on the buildings. There are clotheslines crisscrossing the streets. Lots of different just kind of visual stimulants.
Can I get my chamber pot update as to
You want a
the
chamber pot
majority of what I'm noticing and witnessing? Yeah.
Yeah, one in particular that you would notice would be a clay chamber pot that appears to be full of water runoff from a nearby roof gutter.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it. Anyone else want to pick up on anything as you're making your way through the city?
Would any of the clothesline catch Nyx's eyes as she's looking around?
I think so. You would notice a pair of socks hanging from 2 clothespins. They're tied together, which makes it seem like they're not going to dry well, which is just odd. Nyx, as you're passing under this clothesline, it's a little bit hard to make out all of the colors and patterns of the clothes with any certainty, but luckily there's a street light nearby that's illuminating them a little bit better. So you would see that there is one unused clothespin just kind of hanging on the line between the socks and the nearest building where the clothes have been strung out from. From that building out along the clothesline, you would see dark gray undergarments, light blue trousers, a dark brown overcoat, sage green trousers, and a dark red undershirt in that order.
Sure,
That's so many things. That's so many things.
Thank you. She'll take note of it, and when any questions it, she'll just be like, just look at it. It's some very nice trousers. I think I want to come back and steal them.
Could use more. I mean, you're
Right.
a little low.
I don't need to wear them
Look,
ever.
you need to wear them now, and you didn't have any. You did have some, but are they really what you want to be
These are
wearing?
rubies.
See?
I just took them.
Exactly.
What are you two talking about there? Trousers?
Her pants. She doesn't have any pants.
Well, there were some lovely ones up above we considered stealing.
And that's what I was saying. I was going to come back and take them.
I'd like Kreger to be any group of people, anyone really talking that they're passing, he is keeping his ears open and just trying to eavesdrop in on any conversation he can really hear in passing, just to see if there's anything they could be talking about that could be important or of use to him.
Can you make an awareness check? If you have eavesdropping, then that's obviously the most relevant.
17.
Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, like, as you're walking down the streets, the crowds are more and more sparse, but you would overhear some typical end of day, how was work? How's your family? How are your kids? How's school project that little Tommy has been up to? You wouldn't immediately catch anything as sounding suspicious or gang related. It seems like people are just, I mean, you would know Ash Stacks is a neighborhood that has a lot of working class factory workers and miners, so it seems like just people unwinding after a day.
I hope Tommy gets that project done on time.
Side quest unlocked. All right. As you are making your way down the street, for no reason whatsoever, I'd like for each of you to roll initiative.
Solid.
That's a crit fail on initiative for Gregory for a total of 3.
Oh, no.
Nice.
17 for Geist.
Is this the type of initiative I could use my new troubadour thing on, or is this a different type of initiative?
This is a troubadour thing. Thank you for flagging that. I'll come back to it in a minute.
Thank you for your notes. We will not be doing that at this time, he says.
Anyone above a 20 above a 15.
Geist got a 17.
Mia got a 13.
Rendo got a 7.
Nick's got an 11.
Excellent. So as you're making your way down the street, I would like for each of you to make an awareness check.
Would there be any relevant skills for this or just straight awareness?
Perceiving is most relevant. This is just like how aware you are of your immediate surroundings.
16 for Nick's.
All right.
Be a 6 for Geist.
Rendo got 11.
12 for Gregory.
I think Nyx would notice some dark shapes. I think you catch the glimmer of a cigarette kind of flaring in the shadows. And then that note lets you see the silhouette of a couple people that are loitering in an alley up ahead.
There are people up in the alley ahead. Look at the cigarette. Should we say hello?
Nathan, how close are we to our destination?
You're still about 10 minutes out at least.
Nyx, I want to ask you a serious question, love. Has anybody said hello to us since we have entered this area of town?
No, but I haven't seen anybody yet, so I feel like that's not a very accurate representation.
No, that's not how things work around here,
Maybe
darling.
they're just waiting for us to say hello.
I mean, in defense of Nyx, you have to be a trendsetter.
Oi, hello there.
Oh,
See?
apologies.
Oh,
Hello.
no.
This is how we die. This is how we die now, thank you. Right, hello.
Yes, can we help you?
Can you help me? Possibly. We've got, me friend back there he's, injured. Do any of you know first aid?
That thing you do with your hands.
Well, I'd be more than happy to look into it. Bring your friend down here.
He's probably dead if he needs CPR by the time we get there. Why'd you just leave him?
Well, he's a big guy. I can't move him on my own. I've also been told that you're not supposed to do that when someone's injured. You're supposed to leave them and let the professionals handle it. But if you know it, and he'll gesture to you, Nyx,
I mean, of course I know it. Why should I help you?
because my friend's hurt. He needs help.
Lots of people are hurt in the city, my friend.
From the rooftop, you would hear someone call, "All right, this isn't working," and then you would hear a gunshot.
They gave
Oh.
up quickly. Ah!
All right, we're going to treat this as partial surprise. So they're going to get one round. And then on the second round, they will have a
I call shenanigans.
tactical advantage, and all of you will have tactical disadvantage, and then we'll play as normal.
That's why you don't say hello.
At this point, Nyx, you can use your troubadour abilities.
Rendo's the biggest, so Rendo, go get them! Just push Rendo.
Okay.
And she will give Rendo, what is it, a D4, I think?
Mhm.
For your initiative.
It's a 4
Nice.
plus the 7 that I rolled for initiative. 11. Yippee.
Can we have that 11 in front of Nyx's 11?
Sure.
He'll just sort of awkwardly step. He'll allow you to push him a little bit. Just go, I'm not a dog.
I didn't say you were a dog. You're the big, strong one that's supposed to protect us. Ania, right? Go.
So you would see dark shapes running in the dim light of this street, crouching behind barrels. You would hear guns cocking and being prepared to unleash. You would hear cartridges being jammed into the stocks. Sorry, I don't know guns. And I'm sure I'll hear the correct terminology for where the cartridge goes. And that shot that you heard ring out is going to be directed at someone in the front row. I'll do Geist odd numbers, Nyx even numbers. All right, it's directed at
Why
Nyx.
am I still in the front? Gregory.
I tried to get you back here. I was saying, come over here, come here.
Oh no! That's a 21.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your armor rating?
I don't even have it written down. That's how prepared Nyx is. 11.
Okay. It hit you by more than 5. So as a slug blasts through your shoulder, I'm going to have you make an endurance check.
Cool. That's a 16.
I touch Nyx and give intuition. Oh, shit. And you have a D4?
Why am I here? That's another 3 for 19. We should have said hello first. I told you. It's just bad manners.
Hold on. You should scratch that. That's only for skill checks. I got overzealous.
Never mind. Guys, you motherfucker. Ow.
Well, I'm here in spirit. Sorry you got shot.
I'm afraid
Okay.
of how long it's taking you to roll damage.
Oh, I just forgot to roll damage.
That's
That
okay.
is 5 damage.
I mean, that works too.
Ow.
5 damage to Nyx. You are vulnerable damage 1 until the end of your next turn, and you have bleeding 1.
I'm dying, guys.
This is why we don't say hello.
We didn't say hello. That was the issue.
Finally, you are shaken and demoralized until you receive medical treatment, magical healing, or
What?
catch your breath.
What?
Wait, I'm sorry, Blade. I was looking at one worse than what you got. Everyone else on the enemy side was just taking time getting into position to let loose, and now they're going to do so. When I ping outside of your vision, can you see my little pinging thing showing up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm going to keep doing that. When people fire at you, you see like the muzzle flash. You see more or less where their silhouette is, but they're outside of any direct visibility right now, just because of how dark the streets are. So a shot rings out from behind a pile of barrels, and this one will be directed at Geist. And that will be a 10 against your armor rating.
That will not hit.
All right. The bullet whizzes past you. Another shot will ring out from the other side of the street. If you're at the north traveling south, they're a little ways south of you, but they're on both sides of the street, trying to hit at you from multiple directions, get you stuck in a crossfire. So this one will also fire at Geist, and we'll get a 10.
Looking good so far.
Looking good so far. The thug that originally was asking you to help his injured friend is going to, you can all see him in the street light nearby. He's just going to level a heavy pistol at Nyx and take a shot at her.
Excuse me.
Oh my god!
I'm
That's
just going to
an-
die in this alley.
18.
We didn't even make it to the alley.
Yeah. All right, that's going to be 9 damage plus the vulnerable damage 1.
So that's 10 damage.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. And now it's Guy's turn.
Oh my god.
Nyx is just bleeding profusely.
I think seeing Nyx literally just get shot twice, there's no time to think about how to go on the offensive whenever you're literally about to have somebody drop right next to you. And so immediately is going to lay hands on Nyx and try to get them a little bit out of this line of fire. But in that, I'm going to use Nature's Remedies on you. You're going to get 1d6 magical healing. Be 5 points of magical healing going right back. And mechanically, I'm not going to actually be moving, but just kind of covers you so that it seems like you're less of a target. Well, this isn't going necessarily how we expected, isn't it all? Sorry you got shot twice. Oh my god, that's terrible.
It hurts so badly.
Luckily, the magical
think I'm going
healing
into shock.
does end all of your conditions.
Oh, I actually feel a lot better than I thought.
Well, let's not make a habit of this. Almost lost my cool there for a second.
Good thing you didn't know from
And
the
I'm gonna carry over 1 action point, and that'll be my turn.
All right. From the rooftop, a blast of fiery light illumines this sniper who's perched up on the rooftop ahead of you as he casts Enchant Weapon on his rifle.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So he's going to be shooting flaming bullets.
Yeah.
What's he?
Right.
Oh, he's all the way over there. Fantastic.
Yep. And I think that's his whole turn. That is his whole turn. And so that'll bring us to Nia.
Will it? All right. Plotting and scheming over here. It's too far away, isn't it? Thus far, the only person we can see is this guy here.
Yeah, in clear lighting, you see a thug holding a heavy pistol who is pretty close to you. He's in the nearest streetlight. And then
Okay.
the flaming rifle is illuminating the sniper up on the rooftop.
Okay. I think what Nia's gonna do then is I'm going to cast Cultic Revenge,
Okay.
which will give me an extra +2 on damage on all attacks. And so then she's going to fire a shot at that guy that we can see.
Perfect.
Ooh. Does a 9 hit him?
9 is not going to hit him. Your bullet thunks into the plaster wall directly behind him.
Here, Nyx, get back where I was. She's gonna try and shove Nyx between us, and she's bleeding out everywhere. And That will be her turn for now.
Can't hear anything. You just shot a gun next to my ear.
I'm short. You're fine.
That'll bring us to Rendo.
Okay. So I'm going to use 1 AP to move over in front of / next to Nyx. Nope. Nia's standing there. I didn't see that. She was just outside of my vision.
There's a size joke there somewhere.
Need to be staying outside of Rendo's vision. Listen.
You were in the dark circle on the map. Okay. And I have this ability called Fearful Visage. So it says first turn after rolling initiative. It costs 1 AP, and I'm targeting a creature's willpower. I would like to target the thug that is closest here
Okay.
that we can see in front of us. That's going to be a 21 against willpower.
Oh yeah, he just drops his cigarette.
Cool.
His eyes go wide, his face drains of color.
So, yeah, Rendo just stares him down, starts snarling so all of his yellowed teeth can be seen. They're all pointy, and really just does the finger point from his eyes to that guy's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then reaches into his vest and pulls out a revolver. And the one on the roof who enchanted his weapon, is that a consistent glow? Like he can be seen now, or
Yes,
was it just...
his rifle is
Okay.
on fire.
I would like to shoot that guy.
Perfect.
I will miss that guy.
A 6 will miss. He's tucked behind the slant of the roof, so he's able to just kind of lean back as it whizzes over his head.
Okay. I will turn my attention back to the one who is scared of me, and that will be my turn.
All right. Can you remind me the effects of Fearful Visage?
It says the creature is frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
I wish there were more.
Slowly. There will be eventually.
Cool.
That brings us to Nyx.
Since I was panicking trying to figure out my health, can you ping where the shots were that I would have seen from around the alley?
Yes, so there were shots fired. If you're traveling south, that would be to your left. And it looks like the person has sought cover behind some barrels or something like that. And then a similar situation over to your right, about the same distance away. Each of those are about 30 feet away from you.
Would you say they have visual on me?
They can see your outline from the street light behind you, so I give you at least partial cover. Or concealed. We'll call it concealed.
Okay. I want to ask because of my troubadour stanza, and the troubadour stanza is visual.
Okay.
So Nyx now covered in blood on these borrowed pants that she now feels really bad about. No, we're fine. Here we go. And she's actually going to start to dance and jam
Here,
to this
now.
own little song in her head and
Okay.
ignoring everybody else. And she is going to use the dazzling aura, which will blind the creature. And it just says
Okay.
with the stanzas that they have to see her. She doesn't have to see them.
Yes. Great use of that.
So she's going to target probably the one to the bottom left that's hiding and just start dancing in that direction, and all they can see is her silhouette against the light as she's moving.
Okay.
I'm going to use my luck point because
Okay.
I'm not going to do this. That was a 7.
Yes.
Nice.
There
That's
it
an
is.
18.
Yes.
Nice.
That is successful.
They are blinded. I like to flavor this of basically just a distraction that's constantly going on.
Right. Perfect.
With stanzas,
Yeah.
can I use this multiple times on people within the 40-foot range?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to target the next one.
Okay.
That will be an
Yes.
18.
All right.
So they are
yeah.
also blinded.
Yep.
And then she will target the last buddy over here that's frightened.
You get shot twice, and then you just start doing a jig.
It's a much nicer dance than that. It's not a jig. She misses that one. That's only a 6.
Okay. No, he's too frightened of Rendo to notice you.
So, yeah, she's just moving and grooving to the sound in her head to ignore the pain and distracting the two in the bottom.
Gregory.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Well, I don't have a gun, you guys. So, I have a
You
short
could borrow
bow.
mine. It's strapped to my ankle.
Doesn't stop dancing.
Pulls up to a gunfight with a short bow.
Shoot.
There's
no,
a lot
no
of that
shooting.
going
I don't
on.
have a gun.
Yeah.
right. Thank you. I will. Is there any advantage to the guy that's blind?
The problem is he's also unseen to you right now because he's out in the shadows. You'd be firing blind at a target that can't see the arrow incoming.
Just run up and stab them. I'm sure you have a knife.
A knife stabbing them when they have guns.
Right. Literally bring a knife to a gunfight. You are under a lot of pressure. Bullets are flying, so you've got to... I mean, you can roll over your AP if you want to just, like, deliberate. Like, if freeze is your instinct.
No, it doesn't completely freeze my instinct. I'm startled, but not useless right now. I will take my short bow. I'll take a shot at the closest thug right there, the one that I can actually see.
Mm-hmm. And that one is completely frightened of Rendo
Yes.
currently.
A crit!
Nice.
There we go.
Hey.
All right. It's 6 damage for that.
Okay. Well, he is bloodied as the arrow bunks into him.
Oh my god, I just was gonna say bullseye, and then I was gonna go into my Arf Orf voice. I'm so sorry.
See, not everybody needs a gun.
I'm gonna get one after this, I think. I think this is a great occasion for one. I will use my remaining AP then to, I want to tuck up against the wall that I can see right here for the building.
Mm-hmm. You're still in the light from the street light that's right next to you, but you are pressed up and you have some cover against some of the enemies for sure. The ones on one side of the street will have to move out into a more visible place if they want to fire at you. All right, so you see a man wearing this nice suit, this nice hat, and a battle axe, and he rushes forward, waving his battle axe and screaming.
I'm so confused.
There's a lot happening in this alleyway, I'll tell you that.
And unfortunately, I think that's all. Oh no, he can make an attack. Yeah, he's gonna.
Oh, he can
This has
He
been a
runs at
journey.
me and screams aggressively.
Right, he's gonna make an attack at Geist with his battle axe, getting a crit. Let's go.
No.
Yeah, okay.
This is gonna hurt. That's 18 damage, Geist.
What?
It was a crit.
Ow.
I don't make the rules.
As a matter of fact, I've got it on good authority that you at least know. No. Geist is at 0 hit points.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm still like, it's all right. We'll get through this. Don't worry. Gets fucking waylaid in the back with a goddamn battle axe.
Are you okay?
I think I'm dying now.
Maybe you should be the one that runs.
Yeah, so a couple shots are gonna be incoming, but they're coming from blind targets.
Maybe we should all just run.
It's feeling more and more like that, yeah.
A 10 against Nyx.
That will miss.
Okay.
Sure. The answer's out of the way.
And then against Rendo, who is obviously like this hulking, menacing presence. And a 7, it's gonna fly past your horns. So great call on the blinding. Now the frightened one that also has an arrow sticking out of his side. Well, he's frightened of Rendo. He's going to take a shot at Gregory. Gregory, I'm going to give you a +1 to your armor rating from hugging the wall. He also has a -1 on his attack because he is frightened of Rendo and can see Rendo close to him, 15 feet away. So an 8 is not going to come close to you, I think. And that'll bring us back to Geist.
Immediately, axe to the back is going to turn around. Nyx, you'd probably be able to see that there's a little bit of a gust that begins to come up and around him. You would also see that it looks like there's a little bit of a shadowy aura that consumes him. And I'm going to go ahead and burn one use of my Surge of Vitality, using 2 action points to get a little bit of healing back. All right. Not great, but it's going to be better than nothing. So I'm going to get 4 health. Still have 3 action points. I am going to look to Nyx. Sorry about this, but I need to get a slightly better vantage point. And I am going to bamf 20 feet over towards the individual who is in that alleyway that we first saw. Not terribly far away to, I guess, would be our left.
Yes, yeah.
Just leaving me.
The guy with the axe just looks at you and you're still doing your dance and he's just standing there with his axe.
And I'm going to hold out both of my hands and bring them together with kind of a clapping sound and begin to rub them furiously as lightning begins to form between them. And then I'm going to pull that out almost like I'm pulling taffy into that of looks like a lasso. And I'm going to use a lightning lash to attempt to hit this individual that I've just bamped away from a little bit of a better vantage point.
Perfect.
So this is going to be versus reflex. Ooh, and it's only going to be a 10.
And that's not quite going to be enough. I think he stumbles to try to break off the arrow right as the lightning goes past him. So it's just pure happenstance. You were like right on the knife's edge.
So close, so close. That takes me to 0, and that'll be my turn.
All right. The marksman up on the roof with the flaming rifle will take aim at Rendo and let loose, getting a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
And what is Rendo's armor rating?
14.
Okay. So you are not at risk of side effects from the bullet. It's a clean enter and exit. It is going to be 7 damage plus 3 fire.
Okay. Dang, I wish I had a reactive AP to use right now.
And it's Nia's turn. Bullets are flying, arrows and lightning is flying.
Yeah.
There's a
lot
madman with an
going
axe.
on. Let's talk about that.
It's okay if you leave me too. You can go.
I didn't leave you. I just needed a better vantage point.
I'm not going to leave you. So we've got crazy guy with an axe standing here. Roger was heading over to the guy who first started shooting at us, right?
Mm-hmm. As far as you can tell, and it's kind of hard with the shadows and all of the chaos going on, there's one guy who's obviously injured. He's got an arrow in his side. Besides that, you're not sure anyone else has taken damage.
Okay. I think then what she's going to do... I'm going to try and cast on Dude Man with the axe here.
Okay.
This Shadow Knife.
Mm-hmm. Good spell. Or chant, rather.
Does 13 hit him?
13 does hit him.
Oh boy, okay.
He's just wearing a nice 3-piece suit. Oh, now that you're up next to him, Nyx and Nia, you would see that over his 3-piece suit, he's also wearing this short little cape and cowl, making him look like he's obviously dressed up to be extra culty, spooky, and he's got this eye coal drawing like weird
I love your
spiky
makeup.
shapes around his eyes. Yeah.
I think he looks like a raccoon.
It's a fashion statement. I think it's fantastic.
But yes, you do hit him.
Sweet. So he gets 1d4 necrotic and 1d4 sharp.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And then I believe, yeah, that's all she gonna do.
All right. Rendo's up next.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to look up at the marksman on the roof that has the fiery weapon, and I'm going to drag my thumb across my neck. I'm going to say Scoso and use 3 AP and 4 SP to cast Hex of Tumult.
Okay.
And this will be targeting their logic. Dang it. That would have been so cool. That is a 4.
4 is lower than his logic.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing, I will look at, again, the feared one in front of me. And
Yes.
with my remaining AP and 2 more SP, I will say Nuvola and instantaneously appear right behind him. That will be
Okay.
a warp step that I cast.
Yep. Frightened lasted until the end of his turn, so he's no longer frightened, but he's not prepared for you to be right behind him either. I'll give you at least TA from that, I think, on your next attack.
And it would be super cool and amazing if I had another thing that I could do, but that's all my AP, so
Yeah.
that'll be
All
that.
right. That will be Nyx next.
Nyx is gonna face this man with an axe who has a cape and fantastic makeup. No, really, your makeup is wonderful. I love it. And she'll reach up to caress his face, and she will change over to her scorn or her grace stanza, which charms creatures.
Okay.
Gonna do it again.
Okay.
Yes,
That's a 20.
Grab with your other hand. Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me. So he is charmed by her until her next turn.
Your freckles. like stars in the night.
You should get another job, my friend. You're way too poetic. And then she will run over with Gregory. I'll be back. Gregory, what the fuck is going?
I don't
Speaking
know.
of, it is Gregory's turn.
I don't know. You're bleeding.
Oh, no, it's horrible.
Oh, jeez. This is. What have we gotten ourselves into? Nix.
I don't know, shoot one of them with your arrow.
The most condescending comment ever.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Yeah, I will take a shot against the guy that I took a shot against last time as well. Do I have any, with Rendo being behind him, any tactical advantage now?
No, not from that. He's aware of you. He's trying to keep track of where you are.
Okay. Let's do a 13.
That does hit.
Oh, good. Okay, great. For 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll over that AP.
Okay. All right. You add your dexterity to attack and damage with that. So we'll make that 2 damage.
Oh, I didn't add the +1. Whoopsie. Thank you for catching that.
You're actually supposed to hold the bow a little higher.
I still got him.
The madman with the axe, his eyes will track as Nyx runs away and tucks behind Gregory, and he'll drop his axe, sling a shotgun off of his back, cock it, and then aim it at Gregory, and he'll say, "Get out of the way, pretty lady." And he's going to just wait.
Oh, you think I'm pretty? He blushes a little bit, but he's also scared.
And that'll be his turn. If y'all don't move, or if the charm wears off, you'll be in trouble.
Oh no.
So, Rendo, a second thug is going to come up behind you, flanking you with the first one, and is just going to try to hit you with the butt of his gun. And a 12 misses you, right?
Yes.
Perfect. That's all for him. The remaining thug over in the shadows will... let's see who he can see. I'm not actually sure. He can't see anyone anymore. Everyone has moved out of range from the lights, so he's just going to move forward, take his whole turn repositioning. And finally, the injured one is just gonna take a shot at Geist. Geist is right in front of him, and he gets a 4.
That's good for him.
Yes, good for Geist. The marksman up on the roof is looking for Rendo, does not see Rendo because there's a building now that is giving Rendo full cover from the marksman up on the roof. So he will level his gun this time at Nia.
Didn't have to do that. That's okay.
He gets a 6.
Serpentine.
Okay. Yeah.
Hasn't moved once. Serpentine.
The cobblestone 3 steps in front of you explodes, but you are safe. And it's your turn.
That was terrifying. Okay, so she is going to... Where did Gregory and them get off to again? Hiding over here in the corner behind a barrel? Is that correct?
Yoo-hoo.
We're hanging out with this wonderful axeman. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I think then Nia... Alright, that was funny to me. Nia is going to come over to the Axeman, and she's going to... Or no, she's just going to shoot at him. She's going to shoot at him. Just one good kapow.
Yeah.
And hopes for the best. That's going to be enough. I can already tell. That's not enough, is it? No.
Your,
It was a 9. It was a 9. Just with a gun.
what's your dexterity?
+1?
Okay, so it's a 10.
Oh.
And that will actually hit him.
Excellent.
Not my new friend. He's so nice.
That makeup, though, have you seen it?
Right.
He complimented my freckles.
So it is a 3, and then she is going to do this cool thing called a warp step, where she is going to
Everybody's doing it.
teleport herself 20 feet away, bloop, back over to where all the cool kids are. But not really, because she's still on the ground, but that's okay. She's going to hide. Shots fired, and then bamfed away.
Perfect. All right. Rendo, you are surrounded by Molitor thugs, but you do have the drop on the one to your north.
Okay. Is everyone running away? I don't have visibility on anyone else except for enemies.
Rendo!
You don't know. We're just gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear dancing.
You hear dancing. Yep.
I'm gonna take a shot at the one that I just appeared behind. behind that
Yes.
one.
Yep.
Why am I cursed to only
don't know.
single digits, man?
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot again. It's worse.
No.
It's so much worse. I'm not
It
meant to have
is.
this gun.
That's a nat 1 on a gun, too.
Mhm.
Yeah. That means it breaks, right?
It
something
means
bad happens to
jams.
it?
Jams until you can repair it.
Cool. Well, that's that then. That be my turn.
Now you can throw it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can throw it. So if you want to try to repair your gun on the go, it will be a certain number of AP and it will have a DC based on its size. Is this just a normal pistol?
This is a revolver.
It has the light tag, so it's going to be 2 AP and a DC of 14 if you want to try to unjam it.
Okay.
That'll bring us back to Nyx.
He's my friend. Don't hurt him. He's my friend. She's gonna try to charm him so Gregory doesn't get murdered.
Okay.
That's a 16.
Okay. He's still charmed.
Gregory, you still run. This only makes him like me. Does it look like he's going to take the shot with her being there still?
Get out of the way. I'm gonna cap him.
Right.
Get out of the way.
You know, you should hurt the people that are hurting me. Do you see I have so many shots? And she's gonna get out of the way. Gregory, run. Oh, hi, Nia.
How are you still standing?
Oh, I'm making friends with the Axeman. He really likes me, actually.
I don't think that's wise.
Oh, I'm still standing.
All right. And it is Gregory's turn.
All right, I'll take one more shot at that guy I've been shooting at.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Right. It's gonna be a 17
Okay.
for 5 damage.
Yeah. Gregory, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay!
Is this technically first kill of the campaign?
First
Yes.
combat kill.
First
combat kill.
enemy
First
kill.
combat kill.
We don't talk about the
First
third
kill that's not a PC.
Exactly. Cool. How do I want to do this? Okay, the arrow goes right through his eye and it kind of scoops it out. And Craig goes, "Oh, there's the scoop."
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
Why are you like this?
Geist calls out, "How long were you sitting on that one-liner?"
I don't know. He kind of like looks at his hands. He's a little disgusted in himself. And he's like, I didn't think this is where my life was gonna be, you guys. Honestly, this is not what I
Gregory,
expected.
that man with the shotgun is going to murder you. Do something
Oh, right.
about it.
He'll. Oh, jeez. I don't know which way to move. I have 2 AP. I can move a little bit right now.
Yep.
I will move. Let's go back 20 feet this way. Woo! Oh, it is a corner back here.
Yes, you are.
Not what I was
You
hoping.
turn around the alleyway and see a dead end. You do have 1 AP left. You could keep moving if you want to.
He's a shotgun! And there's light back here!
You're just like announcing your moves and your location to the man with the shotgun.
Right.
And it's my turn next.
Right. We're all just calling things out over here. Okay, let's go further. Oh, that's off the map. I'm gonna go
put
back.
you 1 back here. You run into an invisible wall like in a video game.
Yeah, that's all my AP.
Did
and
like
I'm
a half
I see.
circle.
I see. Yeah. Well, I went out of his range into the dark, and then I went the different direction. So I'm hoping my strafe will kind of throw him off the trail.
Serpentine, like Nia said.
17.
Nyx just looks directly behind her to Gregory. What?
I see Nyx and Nia back here, and I go, well, I think I'm safe behind you, Nyx. So
Can you make a dexterity or intellect check? This is to do your serpentine maneuver, so you can add sneaking or evading if you have either of those skills.
about sleight of hand.
Not sleight of hand.
Uh,
A flat intellect will
okay.
work.
Let's do Dex.
Sleight of foot.
12.
Okay.
I didn't like that. Okay.
I did not either.
You can't get away from me that easy.
But he's serpentining so well.
Yeah, you run away.
I didn't even run that way.
You hit a dead end, you turn around and run back into the dark and almost collide with this man who levels his shotgun and tries to blow you away.
Pocket sand.
This is going to be against armor rating
No.
21.
Almost. 22.
Good try. Take 4 damage.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be from a shotgun. to almost the face.
Yeah, it's buckshot, right? It's like a lot of little pellets. It hurts badly, but you will presumably live.
That's gonna leave a mark.
And let's see, the Molitor thug over in the shadows with Rindo is just going to try to whack you again with the butt of his gun. Says, "They got Vinny! They got Vinny!"
Poor
And
Vinny.
ooh, that's gonna be a
That will
19.
hit.
Yeah, for 7 damage to you, Rindo.
That will be ouch.
Yes. And then there's a muzzle flash a short distance further south of Rindo, but it's aimed at Geist. A 13.
A 13 will not hit thanks to my shadow armor.
Nice. Good preparation. All right, it is your turn then, Geist.
So I absolutely cannot see shit anymore, just like Rindo was here a moment ago. But I can hear the gunshots going off. I can hear Rindo fighting. So I'm going to use an action point to move just a little bit over towards Rindo, a little bit to the south, so we can kind of be fighting side by side in this space. And as I am running over there towards Rindo, I am locking eyes with the individual that is fighting against Rindo. And I'm going to be using the anticipation.
Say it. Say it.
Mine's 12.
Sickening gaze. I'm going to be using sickening gaze on this Molitor thug as I am
Okay.
rushing over towards them.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be versus willpower. It's going to be a 16 versus will.
Yep.
Awesome.
Got him.
So they're going to be sickened until the end of the creature's next turn.
Perfect.
That leaves me with only one action point left, and so I will roll that over as I stand there shoulder to shoulder with Rindo in this alleyway.
All right. And I don't think that the Molitor marksman up on the roof has a good angle on any of you. So he will just wait, crouching and waiting, and it'll be Nia's turn.
He'll be waiting a while. Seeing this person shoot a shotgun in poor Gregory's face, you're going to attempt a shadow knife. Does a 17 hit him?
It certainly does.
So he'll get a d4 of necrotic and a d4 of sharp.
You've rolled
Nice.
max damage on that
Nice.
both times.
That's what's up.
I'm not mad
Yeah,
about it.
that's great.
About it at all.
He's bloodied. Yeah. That one hit an artery. It's starting to spurt.
Perfect. Having done all that, she's still just like tucked down though. She's like whatever this cart is or whatever, she's just hiding behind it. She's like, Nix, Nix, just stay low. Stay low.
But he likes me. I'm okay.
Why does she have to stay? Why does she have to stay low?
That's Nia's turn.
All right. And Rindo will be up next.
Okay. For ram's horns, when it says move up to half your speed, minimum of 5 feet, is that a requirement? And am I too close to do so?
You would be.
Okay. So I would need to back up.
Yes. You could back up and then ram forward.
If I back up, I won't have enough AP to ram forward, unfortunately.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you did see a muzzle flash coming a little ways down, so that's an option too. Otherwise, the guy is like right in front of you he's been whacking at you with his gun like it's a hammer.
I'm gonna ram's horns towards where the muzzle flash was. It's a 16.
That'll hit. You charge into the darkness and you slam up against a Molitor bandit with a gun.
Cool. And it's max damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. I said we can't see any of this.
You hear it. There's a thunk that reverberates in your bones.
Yes.
Good strike, Rindo. Good strike.
It's my bodyguard.
Thanks, mate. I'm gonna shake my head off and just get ready for whatever's gonna come next.
All right. Nyx is up next. Gregory on deck.
I'm sorry, my darling dear. You're hurting my friends. And she'll take out her gun finally and try to shoot her newfound friend.
Okay.
That's a 10.
That's the magic number for this guy.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
So that does 4 damage, and then she'll shoot again.
Okay.
Really, I told you not to shoot him. I like him. I like you too. I promise. It's nothing personal. And that's a 20
That's a hit.
for 3 more damage.
All right.
Yes.
He was going to reload his shotgun with another round of buckshot, but you hit him twice and he drops it. All right, you're up, Gregory.
Oh, I hate this. I don't want to be anywhere
Shoot him
near
with
him.
one of your arrows.
I have a sword.
Go stab him then.
He doesn't look good.
I don't want to get close to him.
And I have an axe.
Exactly.
Now's your time. You already got one. I mean, I like you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying any of this.
Ugh.
Go kill him.
I think I just have to. Yeah, I've got to go for it. I'm gonna run up to him and try to use my sword on him.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh no.
That's the wrong end, Gregory.
Oh no.
That is a miss.
That's a 1. That's a 1, everybody. I try to hit him with my sword and it stays in the sheath and just like bumps his ankle or something.
Yes, you run up to him, hit him with your sheathed sword, and he tries to hit you with his axe.
Oh.
14.
Yeah.
He's flustered. It's only 4 damage. He was lining up a big swipe, and you just tweak his elbow with your sheathed sword, and so it kind of grazes you.
Fine by me.
Oh my goodness. I'm so stressed.
The Molitor thug over down in the southern quadrant of this fight in the shadows is just going to keep trying to hammer Rendo.
The thug that is currently sickened.
Yes. Thank you. I mean, it's going to miss anyway. It misses even worse with a 4.
Good. Good.
I'm fine.
And the bandit's got a knife. He's going to try to stick you, Rendo, but also misses. There. The tide is turning. They're getting, demoralized. And Geist, it's your turn.
The thug who has just turned to attempt to look over to Rendo to make that piss poor attack. No, 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 no. You look at me. And I'm going to let the shadow extend from me a little bit as I'm continuing to cast Sickening Gaze, but I'm also going to be casting Mind Tremor. And I just want the shadow of my visage from this to just extend so it looks like there is an individual standing behind me that's roughly about 8.5 feet tall. Whoa. This first one is going to be Sickening Gaze versus Willpower. Ooh, don't think that'll do it with a 6.
No, he's focused on you, but he's finding his resolve.
Good. This one's going to be versus Logic for Mind Tremor.
Oh no.
And also a 6.
All right. And again, he's focused on you, but there's no other effect.
Beautiful. That'll be my turn, down to 0 AP.
All right. The marksman is going to spend his turn lighting a torch and throwing it onto the street so he can see everyone better. And then it'll be Nia's turn.
Right. This may be foolish, but
You kill him now.
she's going to cast Warp Step again so that she is like right behind him, basically.
Yes!
Yes!
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a lot of damage.
How does Nia do it?
I
Yeah.
mean just that.
Yay,
I mean,
murder.
she just saw this guy try to take an axe at Gregory, and so she just nope, and is going to Warp Step, bamf behind this guy, and just shoot him in the back of the head. Never saw her coming, and he's gonna fall over. And there he is. Hello, Gregory.
Gregory just goes, oh! And his face just covered in blood now.
Yep. So the madman with the axe was screaming, and his scream goes silent. And so you hear the marksman yell, "Boy, I think they got Grizzle too."
His name is Grizzle.
Oh, we definitely have Grizzle over here.
That implies a Grizzle 1.
It's Rendo's turn.
To start my turn, I'm going to use 2 AP to cast Surge of Vitality and regain 2 hit points. Hooray. And then how much AP would it be to use the butt of my revolver as an improvised weapon?
Improvised weapon. We'll call it 2 AP and 1d4 blunt damage.
Okay. Plus strength for that?
Strength, yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
I am rolling like ass right now. It's a
Yeah.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Sally, way's not good for us.
So I try to knock him over the head with the butt of my revolver, and it doesn't work. I just start bashing it into my hand in frustration.
Anything else? Any other AP spent?
Nope, that is all 4 of mine.
All right. That'll be Nyx then.
Guys, we did it. She's gonna just start running toward
Oh no.
Geist and them. All the way up to Geist. She's like, oh, guess what? We got the X-Men
wait.
and you have friends. And she's just gonna take a small dagger out from her bra and just chuck it at the one that's
Sick.
right next to Geist. Oh, that's a 12.
12, I believe, hits him.
Good shots.
Confirmed.
For 5 damage.
Where were you keeping that thing?
Wouldn't you like to know, Rude? I'm just trying to help you. That's all we're AP.
All right. And he went from full health to bloodied from that. And it is Gregory's turn.
I'm sorry, but the phrase tough titties comes to mind. I will take a shot. I'm going to start shooting at the that marksman on the roof there. I'm going to keep asking this any question. Any kind of tactical advantage for shooting an arrow out of the dark at that guy?
Yes, you are currently concealed.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you'd be unseen. Even better. So yeah, roll 2d20 and keep the higher. And you have 1 TA.
Oh, okay. 17.
That'll hit him. For sure.
All right. 2 damage.
Hey, he
It's
was a long
better
way
than
away.
nothing.
That's true. Something's better than nothing. I'll go with that. Then Kreger will just kind of... I'm going to move up just a little bit to kind of... I want to tuck myself in behind those barrels I'm near, and that'll be my turn.
Perfect. Yeah, so you're unseen and you have cover. So you're looking pretty good for your defenses here. So the Molitor agent with Nyx's knife, or that just got cut by Nyx's knife, he's going to actually try to run away if Geist or Nyx, or sorry, Geist or Rindo have any responses.
It's my dagger.
Nyx, you can make a luck check. You can add fortuity.
That's an 11.
Well, it falls to the ground. It doesn't stick in
Oh,
him.
okay, good. Thank you.
Did you just thank them?
Yeah, he left my dagger. It's very polite.
Yeah, and he runs away down the alley. The bandit that was flanking Rindo with him is going to follow suit, and it's Guy's turn.
Are they completely, they're like out of sight, out of mind, like they booked it hightailed down the alleyway?
They hightailed. It doesn't look like they're making any effort to reposition and return fire at this time. I will allow you to keep attacking them if you want to try to do a full, like, enemy sweep here.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Geist is going to turn around and look over to Nyx. Well, I hate to be doing this 2 times in the same fight, but I'm going to warp step onto the roof where the marksman is, who has cleanly lit up, and I just want to fall on them prone and grab them.
Okay. We'll rule that a grapple.
This is something I did, Brenda.
Could never say with
All
him,
right.
honestly.
You want a strength?
I will let you choose between strength and dex.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. I will choose Dex
Oh.
for 12.
Okay. You land on the roof next to him. He steps just 1 step to the side, and you're not able to grab him.
I can't just like fall on him, like on his personage.
So he is, all of these people are part of Molitor. They're familiar
Yeah.
with basic occult magic. So he sees you
Yes.
disappear and chooses to just like shift his weight a little bit.
Beautiful. Well, I'm right there next to him. That only cost me 1 action point, and I'm going to be saving the rest of my action points for whatever this guy tries to do next. I don't want him to
Okay.
get away from us.
Okay. Well, he is going to drop his flaming gun and start running. Do you have a response to that?
I do not have exploit.
Okay. He runs up to the top of the roof, disappears on the slant on the other side, and you hear his footsteps receding in the distance. So, party consensus, do you want to let him get away, or are you going to try to stop him from getting away?
Is there a scope on that gun?
He dropped it.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's not a scope. It is still on fire, though.
Hold on, to clarify. You mean it's on fire in such a way that if I pick it up, it will be harmful to me, or like I pick it up and I'm about to ruin this guy's day?
You could potentially ruin this guy's day. The barrel is on fire. The
Yeah.
stock and trigger, if I'm using the terminology correctly,
Correct.
is not.
There's no way in hell Geist wants this guy to get away. If we're still in combat, I'll wait my turn, but I want to pick up the gun and go to the crest of this roof, see if I can get a line of sight on them and try to gun them down.
I think we'll go straight to you because everyone else is going to be so far away. They're not going to have a reasonable response. So you can go ahead and make an attack with it. I am going to say he's unseen in that, well, we'll say roll 2d20 and keep the lower. You're not going to have to guess what's where he's in. You can see his silhouette, but it's a difficult shot.
That'll be a 12.
That will hit.
Yes.
That's going to be 1d10 plus your dexterity plus 1d6 fire.
So it'll be 13 points of damage.
I'll give you one guess how much hit points he had.
If it's 14, I'm gonna be real pissed.
It was 13.
Yes. Wow.
Nice.
I'm going to go through their pockets.
You've got the right idea. I would like to take a look at whichever one other people are not already claiming.
Geist is gonna run after the marksman and is going to drag the body back over to where the rest of the party is, like it's a little bit of a trophy, so we can do all the snooping together in one place.
All right, we'll do all
Hunter gathering.
the body. Yeah, we'll do the hunter gathering. We'll loot all the bodies next week and continue on our mission at that point.
Look, everyone, I got one.
I don't know if that's something you should be proud of.
I'm proud of him.
Mine's too heavy for me to drag.
Oh, it's like Halloween.
This has been The Ties That Bind. Jump into our Discord at discord.gg/mythcraft to discuss the episode, and go to patreon.com/quasi-real-publishing for a variety of subscription tiers and rewards. And until next time, keep crafting those myths.
All right, dear friends, it's time that we thank everybody that was taken part of this wonderful fight and that got away. I'm glad you got away. I hope we can be friends in the future, especially Angela Holmes. I saw you in the back. You were hiding. It's okay, I won't tell them. Daniel Trout, I saw you trying to be very helpful. It was so nice of you. David Roraff and Jesse Fishcrab. Jesse, I saw what you were doing. Don't lie. Corey, magic is not supposed to be here. Luke McWilliams, listen, Luke, that blade, you could have killed somebody. I'm glad you stayed out of this. Michael Porterhouse, Ryan Scripter, you're all wonderful. And I saw you just peeking your eyes out of the window. Again, I won't tell. You should come to Rhonda's. We'll have a great time. Sunshine Castleford and Blair, thank you so much for not killing Geist. He got really close to death. Did you see that? And then Bruna Thomas, I think you're a new member. I haven't recognized you before, but you're definitely welcome. Again, just don't kill my friends and they probably won't kill you back. Okay, thank you.